Y'all cannot wait to talk about this shit. I'm hyped, but I just thought, like, New York has a lot of fucking superheroes. Like, think about it. I know the city is big as fuck, but do you really need 78 superpowered motherfuckers to save this shit? I mean, that's a little overkill. Can't these motherfuckers go on tour or some shit? Like, go to different cities and to protect that shit? Like, New York needed all fuck. Y'all greedy. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews TV Data Netflix Pick. We got a series review today. We're gonna talk about the brand new series that just fucking dropped. One I've been looking forward to ever since they announced the shit. It's comprised of some of my favorite Netflix Marvel series that have come out in the past couple of years, and now they all squadding up for one big, massive, superpowered motherfucker. These motherfuckers are back. They dropped the new shit. They squadding up whether they like it or not. Talking about the new show, Marvel The Defenders. Now, for those who don't know, Marvel The Defenders is a show that comprised of other shows that were put out on Marvel Netflix. I'm talking about Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist. All the motherfuckers are getting together, joining into one superpowered team to stop some motherfuckers that everybody just don't like. And it's up to the Defenders to stop their ass because that's what they gotta do. They gotta defend shit. That's what the name is about. They gotta defend the shit. So now let's see if Marvel The Defenders is a good ass show that really takes all these characters that did their damn thing. Well, most of them. I mean, Iron Fist was a little, I mean, it could have been better, but it's okay. I mean, it's okay. I'm gonna give him another chance because he's in good company. But we gonna see if these motherfuckers can not only defend the city, defend the world, but defend my enjoyment of this fucking Netflix shit. Let's talk about the shit. Now, before I start, if you have never seen any of the shows that leads up to this show, I'm talking Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist. If you ain't seen none of that shit, you've been fucking up 4 years. So fix your shit, nigga, because I'm disappointed in your ass so much right now. So fucking disappointed. And it's going to be some spoiling shit. But basically, this show takes place directly after the events of the 2 seasons of Daredevil and all the first seasons of Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist. So we get to see where all the characters are at. So, you know, Daredevil, Matt Murdock, he's dealing with the effects of what happened at the end of season 2. You know, the shit with Elektra and him just deciding to, you know, like fall back from the whole Daredevil situation and just focus on being a lawyer. Iron Fist out there still trying to stop the fucking hand, you know, with his glowing fist shit. And he got a homegirl right now. Well, it's a wifey now. They smashing. That's Colleen. You know, they doing it together. And then Luke Cage, he fresh out the pen. They free my nigga Luke Cage finally. Good job on that shit. Because, you know, we missed him. Harlem needed him in the streets. And then Jessica Jones is doing what she does. Whatever the fuck she wants. And, you know, she doing the private investigation shit. And she still don't fuck with a lot of people like that. She just solo dolo. She drinking and doing the thing. But she'll still knock your ass out if you come in correct. So don't fuck with Jessica Jones. She will send you home bruised up all day. So that's pretty much where it starts off. You just kind of get caught up with all the characters and you just see where they're at. And the main center and core of the Defenders is really centered around Iron Fist himself and the Hand. That's the organization that he's fighting against, the super secretive, illegal crime organization that everybody tries to find out who the fuck they are, but whenever they try to find out, they end up dead, and it's Danny's job to stop them. That's what he says. You gotta stop the Hand, Kung Lun all day, even though Kung Lun's gone. He fucked that shit up last fucking season. It's all good though. I mean, he's gonna try to make it right. So now, in this show, we get a clear vision of who the Hand is, and I mean, it's really 5 fingers. I mean, like literally, but it's a metaphor because it's 5 motherfuckers who are part of the Hand, and we've seen 3 of the 5 motherfuckers in previous shows, and we're gonna find out who the other 2 motherfuckers are. And the leader, spoiler alert, is actually Sigourney Weaver. That's right, OG, triple OG in the acting game. Sigourney Weaver is actually a super crime lord who's in charge of every goddamn thing, and we would have never thought. I mean, you never know. You can never judge a book by its cover. But she does a really good job playing her role as the leader of the Hand, and she is very believable, and it's just really dope to see her in that role and just what she does in here. And it's also a comeback in here. Somebody's back from the dead. I'm just gonna spoil it. Elektra is back, y'all. Yes, she is back from the dead, and she is not Elektra technically. She's somebody else, but she's still fucking motherfuckers up, and it's fine as all hell. And that really has to lend to Daredevil's character, who is probably the second most essential character in the Defenders. I would say number 1 is Iron Fist. Number 2 has to be Daredevil, just on the nature of his relationship with the Hand, or his encounters with the Hand, and also with Elektra, because all that shit intertwines in here. Luke Cage and Jessica Jones sort of just fall into the shit. They really had no true beef with the Hand until the show starts, but you do see why they are involved with the shit, and also how interconnected all 4 of these heroes are, whether they know it or not. Mostly because Bilal of Netflix, aka Rosario Dawson, aka Claire, is back, and you know she gotta be in every fucking show. And not only her, but everybody from all the shows are here. All the essential characters are all here and they all work together well, and you can just see how they all intertwine and interconnect in some way, shape, or form, and that's really cool. Now here's the thing, is this fucking show good? And I gotta say, god damn it, this show is fucking good as all hell. I love this fucking show. I love how all the characters are connected in some way, but it doesn't feel like a teamy buddy situation. It's like these motherfuckers are working together kinda cause they have to and they have a common goal, but they really ain't friends. They really ain't, you know, fucking with each other. They actually be fighting each other in this show. It's a lot of crazy shit that goes on, so it's some real shit that's like, yo, they like, I really don't need you, but I see the situation, so I'm gonna fucking work with you just because this is gonna help the greater good. And with that, their bond seems to get stronger as it goes along in the show, which is really cool. But you also get to see a lot of the inner struggles and inner battles that all the characters go through within themselves as well as with each other as far as the Defenders go. You get to see like the situation with Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. If you saw Jessica Jones, you know her and Luke really didn't end on good terms. I mean, it started off good and then it ended with a gunshot to the face. I'm just saying, I mean, shit escalated too much, too weird, but like they have to deal with that shit. And then you got Daredevil having to deal with some Elektra shit. And then you got Iron Fist who has to deal with the hand shit and him realizing what really the Iron Fist is about and him just sort of like figuring out more than he was led on to believe. So there's a lot of crazy shit that gets revealed and discovered about these characters and things that just connect the shows prior to it that really makes more sense. And when it comes to stuff like fight scenes and acting and writing and just the story itself, it's really fucking good. I love the fight scenes on here. I love the interactions and fights between the Defenders themselves, because that shit happens, as well as them fighting just random motherfuckers. The climax of the show is really cool. I almost got mad at the ending though. I almost got super fucking pissed off because of the way that it was going down, but Marvel hooked me up and they made shit sorta kinda right, but it also opened up what's gonna happen in the next seasons of all these shows in some way, shape, or form, which is really fucking dope. And all in all, this was put together well. If you think about how many characters are in here, how they all interact with each other, how they all guide the story and pretty much the conflict of everything and how it all comes together, this was put together very fucking well in my opinion, and I really enjoyed this show. There were moments on here where I was like, holy shit, that was fucking dope, or I did not expect that coming, and they really keep you on the edge of your seat. 8 episodes, about an hour long. You know you gotta spend a day and binge watch this shit because it's gonna be worth it, and I just can't wait to see what comes up next with the rest of these seasons and the rest of these shows. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that Marvel The Defenders is a very well put together show that does a great job taking these 4 shows and these 4 superheroes and putting them together into one solid show that showcases them all very, very well. All I'm saying is that Daredevil dope, Iron Fist has gotten doper, Jessica Jones is dope, Luke Cage is dope, and they all do a good job working well with one another. Their conflicts, their struggles, them coming together, them fighting one common enemy, and they do it in a great way. The fight scenes on here are great, the dialogue and acting is great on here, the story is told very well, and it doesn't seem cluttered. I mean, there's a lot of characters in here, like pretty much every essential character from all 4 shows make an appearance in here, but it doesn't feel cluttered. It feels like everything just comes together perfectly and fits like a great puzzle, and I like how everything starts. I like how it finished, thank God, because at first I was gonna be like, fuck this show, but then I was like, okay, you know what the fuck you doing, appreciate it. I can't wait for seasons of everything else going on with this because it's gonna be fucking dope. And it's just really good to see that they really took these stories and these characters and made a sensible story, and now it's just about where they go from here because I can't wait to see the shit. So all I gotta say is that for me, Marvel The Defenders is 100% Granddad approved. Definitely go check it out. It's out right now. 8 episodes, 1 hour long. Binge watch the shit, make a day of it, call out sick, do whatever the fuck you gotta do and watch this shit because it is fucking dope. I had no issues with this show. I love how they just portrayed all the characters. I love how everything intertwined. I love how they gave Iron Fist more of a spotlight. It was redeeming quality from his show, so it was good to see him come up and do a little bit more in this show, and everything else is just fucking dope. But I got nothing more to say. Marvel The Defenders is Granddad approved, so go watch the shit right fucking now. Flip it. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of Marvel The Defenders if you've seen it. If you have not seen it, like I said, it's out right now on Netflix. 8 episodes, hour long. Make a day of it. The show is fucking dope. It's crazy, especially if you watch all these prior shows leading up to this. Everything just comes together so well and everything makes so much more sense, and you just are like, it's like the most gratifying shit ever watching all these shows after these years and have everything just come to this great conclusion. but yet it's not a conclusion because shit's gonna keep going in some way, shape, or form. I don't give too much away. Just know the show is fucking dope and it is worth every goddamn minute. Previous videos on the sides was my latest music video. Check that out, show us some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram, links in the description below. And subscribe. Button on the screen, button below, Woolly Reviews twice a week. Also, make sure you check out the Kickstarter. It's still going on. I still got to the 31st. Let's get that going. Show that support. I'm not giving up until the last goddamn minute. So keep going with that shit if you have not pledged. Help a brother out. I'd appreciate it. New album. It's gotta happen. Gotta fucking happen. And I got nothing more to say. So until next time I take my leave, Granddaughter, Marvel, The Defenders, it's a dope fucking show. Everyone did the damn thing, and I cannot wait for the next season of everything because it's gonna be fucking fire. Like, Marvel is killing it on the movies and on the shows. They can do no wrong. I mean, for some reason, they just can do no goddamn wrong. I'm out of here.